What speech shall be spoken for our excuse? Or shall we on without apology?
The date, Romeo, is out of such prolixity. They'll measure us by what they will, and then we'll measure them by a measure, and we'll be gone.
A torch for me. I'm not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, which so stakes me to the ground I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
I am to soar and pierce with his shaft to soar with his light feathers. And so bound, I cannot bound a pitch above dull woe. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it, so burdened by love, too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing, though? It's too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorns.
If love be rough with you, be rough. Ooh, with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down. Give me a mask to put my visage in. A visor for a visor. What care I what curious eye doth quote deformities? Here are the beetle brows shall blush for me.
Come, knock, and no sooner that we'll be there, then all the men will betake to their legs.
A torch for me. Let wantons light of heart tickle the senseless rushes with their heels. For I am proverbed with a grandsire phrase. I'll be a candle holder and look on. The game was ne'er so fair, and I am done.
Tut! Done's the mouse, the constable's own word. If thou art done, we will draw you from the mire of this, save your reverence, love, in which thou stickest up to the ears. Come, we burn daylight. Ho!
Nay, that's not so.
I mean, in delay, we waste our lights in vain like lights by day. Take our good word, for our judgment sits 5 times in that air, once in our 5 wits.
Oh, and we mean well in going to this mask. It is not wit to go.
Why? May one ask.
I dreamed a dream tonight.
So did I.
What was yours?
I dreamed that dreamers often lie.
In bed. Asleep. While they do dream things true.
Oh, I see. Queen Mab hath been with you.
Queen Mab? Who is she?
She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn by a team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes, made of long spinner's legs.
Cover of the wings of grasshoppers.
Traces of the smallest spider's silk.
Her collar of the moonshine's watery beams.
Her whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film.
Her wagoner, a small gray-coated gnat, not so big as a small little worm.
Pricked from the lazy finger of a maid, and in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and they dream of love, or courtiers' knees, and they dream of curtsies straight.
Or lawyers' fingers who straight dream on fees.
Or ladies' lips who straight on kisses dream, which oft the angry mad with blisters plagues, because their breaths with sweetmeats tainted are. Sometimes she driveth over a courtier's nose, and dreams he of smelling out a suit. Sometimes she driveth over a soldier's neck, and then dream he of cutting foreign throats, of breeches, ambuscado Spanish blades, of helves 5 fathoms deep, and then anon dreams it is here. And then he wakes, and being thus frightened, swears a prayer or two, and then falls back asleep. This is she!
Peace! Mercutio, peace! Talks of nothing.
True. I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing more than vain fantasy, which is as thin of substance as the air and more inconstant than the wind, who woos even now the frozen bosom of the north, and, being angered, puffs away from thence and turns its face to the dew-dropping south.
This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done and we have come too late.
fear too early. For my mind misgives some consequence, yet hanging in the stars, shall bitterly begin his fearful date with this night's revels, and expire the term of this despised life enclosed within my breast with some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath the steerage of my course, direct my sail. On, lusty gentlemen!